Welcome back to another video. My name is Patrice, The.Patrice.Denise, and I'm over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. And I just wanted to pop in and show the scale that I got, the measuring tape that I got from Renfo. Thank you, Renfo, for gifting me with these two pieces of equipment. I love Renfo products because they have an app that you can download to your phone, and you can keep track of your measurements through using that app. It's very user friendly. Well, at least for me, it has been. It's very user friendly, and even my daughter is able to use it for what measurements she wants to track as well. So it is user friendly and is very convenient. Oh, also in this video, I am going to talk about just my journey, my health journey. I am on the medication Mounjaro. I have been on the medication Mounjaro since November 2022. Actually, November 30th of 2022 is when I did my first injection of the medication Mounjaro. I am on the medication because of type 2 diabetes, but as we all know, it does help in weight management, and I have utilized it for that as well. I have come down from 194.2, I believe it was, my starting weight on Mounjaro, to where I'm at right now, as you will see in the video, at 165.2. I believe that's what the measurement was when I did my measurement today. And I was lower than that. I was down to 158-ish before. I have started spreading out my Mounjaro injection, and I believe that does play a part in that increase that I have had with my weight. I have not done a good job at doing body measurements, so that's where this is going to come in handy here today. I did have a previous body measurement tape by Renfo, but this one is very, very, very neat because of the way it has everything right here. We'll see. We'll get into it real good. It has your body right, the body right there, and then you'll see the indicator, and they'll tell you where to put the measuring tape and so forth for the different body parts that you're measuring. So we'll look at that closely. But I have not done a good job of keeping track of my body measurements. The only body measurement that I was tracking was my waist circumference, because I just wanted to get that under 34 inches. Because as a woman, if you're under 34 inches, that helps to get you out of the risk of being in the metabolic syndrome. Information about the metabolic syndrome is linked down below, so if you wanted to research that for yourself. Let's just get into the scale. So the scale, it comes in a box like this. So I already opened it. This is the Renfo Elis Nova Smart Body Scale. And it says it has health readings advanced on TFT display. And the different body metrics that it will help you keep track of: weight, BMI, body fat percentage, fat-free mass, subcutaneous fat, visceral fat, body water, skeletal muscle mass, bone mass, protein mass, basal metabolic rate. So if you're trying to see, how many calories you should intake based on your weight and other measurements, it has that. And then your metabolic age. And if you saw my previous blogs, you know how I feel about that metabolic age, because I'm not 45. But according to this scale, that's in my metabolic standpoint, it says I'm 45. Well, I think now, we'll look at it in a second. I think it's at 46 now, but we'll look at it in a second. And then it also can help you to reach some goals. And so you can set a goal of, it has 5 different body goal metrics, and one is body type. Then you can have a target to optimal muscle mass, a target to optimal fat mass, optimal weight, and then a target to optimal weight. So you can set those different body goal metrics as well. Also, it has interactive progress charts. I like to use those progress charts just when I'm looking at the different trends. And, I didn't really realize this, but it does sync to MyFitnessPal, Apple Health, Google Fit, Samsung Health, and Fitbit. So if you're measuring yourself using any of those different apps, or if you like keeping track of your food intake with MyFitnessPal and so forth, you can use link it to this. So that is cool. And it does have a pregnancy mode as well. So if you're pregnant, You can use this to help as well. It will just kind of look at you a little bit differently than it looks at the average person. So that is neat. The scale does come with a charger. You do have to charge it. So there's a charger in the box, and it is this type of charger, the USB-C, I believe that's what it's called. And but it does not come with the block. So just make sure you have a block that you can attach it to. And it says that one charge will last for 40 days. So just make sure that you charge it up before you want to actually use it. And like I said, if it's dead, you just have to charge it for 3 hours and it'll be charged for a long time. What you have to do first is you have to link this to your Wi-Fi if you want to have it connected to the app and also connect to Bluetooth. So I went ahead and did that earlier today, and I was able to get on the scale. So I have not played with the settings as of yet, but what came up is that it showed my weight, the BMI, and the body fat percentage right there on the scale, and then it transmitted the information to the Renfo app. And what I can do is, and I'll show you right here, I can go into the Renfo app and I can do, as you see, I have a lot of different Renfo products, but this is the body fat scale R-A031 according to what I have. And I can go in and I can manually change what I want it to show me. So let's look at settings. If I want to add someone else under my login, I can add a member right there. I can change if I want to have it show me the kilograms or pounds. I have it as pounds right now. Or if I wanted to do centimeters, I can change it to centimeters, but I'm going to keep it as inches. If I wanted to set a reminder to remind myself to weigh in, I can do that. I'm not going to do that right now. And then if I wanted to do a sound, if I wanted to do a sound, if I gained weight or if I lost weight, it has that as well. Wow. Let's see. I'm going to put sound one. Both are set to the same sound. So I'll keep it as is with that. It does also have some video tutorials, so if you want to look at any tutorials, you can, related to the product itself. So I can also go to those three dots at the top and customize the scale display. So what do I want it to show me each time I get on the scale? So right now it's set to show weight and BMI. I believe that's two things that it has to show, and then you can choose 5 other ones. So I've chosen body fat, weight, trend. So it'll tell me if I go up or down. It'll tell me if I've met my goal. And your goal, if you go back to the home screen and click on your weight, it will take you back and you can change your goal to whatever you want it to be. My goal was at 159.8 because I wanted to be under 160, and that was back in by January of by the end of December 2023, I wanted to be at 160. So I put it to be under 160. So I put it to be 159.8, and so it was. It's been set there because I have another Renfo scale, and it just kept those settings. But you can set it and how many days you have remaining. It'll show if you know when do you want to reach that goal. I guess it reset it itself because I didn't put those days. But okay, so let's set it. So I want to lose these 5 pounds in 60 days. That's a good amount of time, right? Really, I can do it before that, but it's saying 30 days. Okay. And then my body fat goal, the current is 34.5. This. I'm gonna do 31, no, 31.9, because that'll be under that green area right there. Let's see. Okay, good. So now you see that my target weight, that's my goal. I want to lose 150, I want to be to 159.8 in 30 days. I need to lose 5.4 pounds according to what my weight is right now. And then my target body fat is 31.9%. And I need to get there by going down 2.6%. So I want to do that in 30 days as well. I guess the 30 days, the time period correlates with your weight. All right, so back to customizing the scale display. I can add different, two more metrics if I wanted to. Muscle mass and body water. Let's just add those two. And then when I measure myself again, all these metrics will come up and I can see it instead of going into the app. I will see it on the actual scale because the scale has this LED, excuse my family pictures. The scale has this LED right here. And you can see it's like a mirror because y'all can see everything behind here, right? So be careful when you're recording. If you use this and you record, they can see you. They can see you. Because I do like to weigh myself in the natural. So be careful with that. All right, so that is the scale. And this scale is linked down below. I like it because, like I said, you can use it for different trends. You can keep track of your different measurements, not necessarily just weight, because weight has so many different components, and I like that it shows and it breaks down all these different components. And what I'm gonna do is, if you are interested in knowing what each of these components mean in detail, I'm gonna link that down below as well, so you can look at, okay, what does fat-free body weight mean? What does body fat mean? Body fat percentage mean? What does subcutaneous fat mean? So if you're interested in those words defined, I'll link that information down below as well. All right, so I weighed myself this morning. I'm at 165.2. And so I have 5 pounds that I want to lose in the next 30 days. So, like I said, I am on Mounjaro. I've been on Mounjaro for over 18 months now. I started to spread it out. I'm not a doctor, a pharmacist. I'm just someone sharing my journey. So make sure you talk to your doctor before you change your plan of care. So I started to spread my injections out. And I think that does have play a part in the increase in my weight. Also, I started to, because I probably have been eating more. Well, I have, because I've been tracking my intake using Fitbit. I have a Fitbit on, and I use this for a program that I'm involved in as well. And I can see that my calories have gone up. And I did talk with my coach for this different program that I'm in, and he did want us to increase our calories a little bit because he was wanting us to do reverse, he called it reverse dieting because my calories were low, but it could have been lower because of the Mounjaro, because I was taking it every 10 days at that time, and now I'm spreading it out too. For the last month, I've been spreading it out a little over a month. To I moved to 12 days, and then now I'm at 14 days. So I'm taking my Mounjaro injection every 14 days. My blood sugars, I did get back on track with checking my blood sugars. I was on a vacation, and that has something to do with my gain as well. I was on a cruise for 6 days. Well, we can say 7 days because I was traveling for a day before and a day after. So, and that does also play a part in the increase. Now, this is not like a 20-pound increase, so it's nothing major. I'm not worried about the increase. I just wanted to come on here and be transparent that my weight has gone up. I was like at 159, 158, and now I'm at 165. But I'm not too worried about it because I am still satisfied with where I'm at. Because if you remember back with when I was setting goals, I always wanted to be at or below 165. I went to 160 so that if I did gain, because 165 is my target. If I did gain, like if I stopped Mounjaro in my head, I was thinking if I stopped Mounjaro, then I knew I would gain and I would get to 165. Now, can I stop Mounjaro? I don't think I can right now. I did talk to my provider about that. I think with me continuing to spread it out is going to be what I need to do, because I don't want to just stop it and my blood sugars go up. Now, my blood sugar is I check it, my fasting blood sugars. I think that's where I was going at with it. I check my fasting blood sugars periodically. I spot checking now. I was checking it every day faithfully. I was checking it every day, but now I'm checking it a couple times a week. And the last two times I checked it, they were 86, and I think this morning was like 91. So they are within a normal range, within a good range. So, and that is with me being at day, today would be, because I would do my injection on Saturday. Today is Thursday. So that's at me at day 12 on my, with this Mounjaro stretch. So the blood sugars are still controlled. And my appetite, yeah, my appetite is, I can tell at the now, a little snackish on day 10 through 14, but it's not where I'm like, so I think staying at 14 days in between injections is a good spot right now. I was at 10 for like since November up until beginning of June, and now I'm doing it every 14 days, June to now, and today is July the 18th. So I think I'm still good in with that. So being halfway through the year, my goal was to, I believe it was to stay under 165. I'm at 165.2. So if I can creep back down to 160, we'll be good. As long as I stay under 165 and be under 165 at the end of the year, I am okay with that as for one of my health goals. But my health goal was to make sure my blood sugars remain controlled. So that's why I'm going to stay on Mounjaro, at least until I talk to my doctor again. I talk to him again in November, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to continue to spread it out as I see fit, and then we'll go from there. All right, measurements. I didn't do a good job with measuring myself in the past. I'm going to try to make sure I continue to do measurements periodically just to see where I'm at. So this is the Renfo Smart Body Tape Measure. And this is a newer version. They did have another version. It was white. It was a little smaller than this one. This one you can kind of hold in your hand. It has a little grip. You hold it in your hand right there. It has the on button as well as the home button right there. And then the up and down controls. This is for you to save the information right here. This button. And then this is if you want to make that measurement a favorite. Okay, so the first one is my neck. As you can see, it shows the neck right there that I'm going to measure. And I'll pull this out. This right here will go into this piece right here after I put it around my neck. And the good thing about this is that I can do this myself, because I can push this button right here and it will tighten this up after I put it around that body part. And then the measurement will come up on the scale. I do have it set for inches. Okay, so this tape measure, like I said, I had the other one. It was a white one, and it was like more, you just put it in your palm of your hand. So as you see, it's right here on the screen as well. And then this is the RY002, according to this serial number, I guess. All right, and so when you click on it, you want to make sure it's connected to your phone by Bluetooth. And I believe you would have to log into your Wi-Fi for this one as well. We already set this up this morning, but you have all these different body parts that it can recognize, that it can keep track of for you. So we're going to start with neck. I can either push neck on the screen on my phone, or I can scroll up and down. And as you see me pushing this button right here, it's moving it's moving on the phone or on the app as well. So we're going to start with neck, and then we're going to measure. We're going to go all the way down. And so see, looking at it, it did keep track of what my waist was from my previous rimful measuring tape. So my previous waist was 32.87 with the other rimful measuring tape. Let's see if it's the same now. I had some cruise food in here, so we'll see what it is now. But we're going to start with neck and we're going to go all the way down. All right, this is like take 3. We're going to do this over. So I found out, see, I need to read directions. Maybe if I had read the directions, that would have helped a little bit better. But you're supposed to push the save button when you finish that whole set that you want to do. So when I push neck, I was pushing save, and I was like, why is it not working? Why is it not working? But I'm only supposed to push the check, and then when I finish all the measurements that I want to do for today, then I push save. So let's try this again. Neck. Alright, so I finished all of the measurements. I did have to get help with the shoulders and the biceps, and I had to go back and do it again because I was pushing save, like I said, instead of pushing this the check mark. So you want to just push the check mark, and then when you're after each measurement, and then when you're finished all the measurements you want to do for that set, then you push save, and it'll keep track of it. So now it shows on today that I have these measurements for my neck, shoulder, biceps, chest, waist. The waist and the abdominal area, I had to do that over and over and over again because I just couldn't believe that they were matching, but they kept matching every time or around about the same. So that's that on that. And then my hip, thighs, and calves. And then it went down to the waist hip ratio, and I did go ahead and look up what that was, and it's just a simple way to measure fat distribution, and it can tell you your risk of having heart problems and health issues related to your hip to waist ratio, and that goes along with that visceral fat that I was talking about earlier, and trying to reduce that abdominal fat in that area, the fat in that area, that's subcutaneous fat. So it says a woman, if you have a ratio of 0.85 or more, then you have abdominal obesity according to the World Health Organization. But so just be mindful of that. So yeah, so this is a great way to keep track of my measurements. Like I said, I do have to ask my husband or my daughter or somebody to come and help me with the shoulders and the biceps, but everything else I seem to be able to measure myself, so I can keep track of that fairly well. So that will help me to keep track and not only use the scale, even though this scale right here is a good scale, a great scale to have and to use, even though that, because of all the different measurements and metrics that you can keep track of. But the scale, the weight, just remember, weight is not the only indicator of your success. You can look at all those different features and all those different metrics, and then as well as just looking at your clothing, how you're feeling, and all that together to measure your success with your health. So yeah, so that kind of concludes my update on my Mounjaro journey. I am stretching it out to 14 days now. I will take my next injection on Saturday, and my blood sugars are still good. The range of my weight is still good. I'm feeling good. I've been doing a lot more strength training into the gym, and I'm building muscle, so that plays a part as well. So I'm okay with where I'm at. right now, and I'm going to continue to build upon it and continue on. And I thank you guys for always being with me and to continue to push me on and being my motivators, my accountability partners, and just my sisters and my brothers in this journey. Thank you as always. I love you guys. Both of these products are linked down below if you want to check them out. Thank you, Renfo, again for gifting me with these two products. I love your products. I have your jump rope, I have your food scale, and now I have another weight scale and another measuring tape. I have the, like I said, just a jump rope. I have the jump rope too. Yep. So I thank you for gifting me with these products. Again, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and join this community. And I will see you in the next video. God bless.